Hey everyone, how's it going? My name is Jay and welcome to the channel, and welcome back to October Lake in Planet Zoo, a project where we're working on building this really large park situated in the Canadian Highlands. In today's episode we are continuing our kind of coverage of the European pack with the final animal that we're going to be doing, which is, actually did we do the fallow deer? We haven't done the fallow deer yet, so we're going to do that at some point. But today we are going to be doing a habitat for the Alpine Ibex, which is probably my favorite animal in the pack, I think. I have a soft spot for the Alpine Ibex, always been a big fan of the animal, and I have a bit of nostalgia with it because I remember when I was playing Zoo Tycoon 2, one of my favorite mods that were ever made for that was by Aurora Designs, I believe, who made like this super realistic Alpine Ibex, and it was beautiful and I just loved having it in my zoo, and I just remember that being like, well, my memory is getting a little bit foggy of all that sort of stuff. God, that makes me sound so old. I'm not that old, I'm 25. Is that old? Oh gosh, I don't know. But basically I just remember that being such a fun thing, and I really enjoyed that Alpine Ibex. And gotta say, Planet Zoo really has done a fantastic job of portraying this animal. It looks beautiful in the game, like the coat is so nice and fluffy and dense, and it looks really beautiful. And the horn detailing, really top notch and just stunning, you know. But yeah, today's not going to be a super long episode, relatively short, and the habitat itself is quite simple. It might be the highest altitude habitat we have in this entire zoo, because of course we've built up to quite a high point now. We're in fact building on top of a hill now, and the top of the Ibex habitat, which it's kind of like there's a slight moat to it, but then it rises very quickly up into quite a steep, very rocky habitat with a couple of the mountainous enrichment items that we have, which is pretty cool. They're just really an arrangement of the faux rocks, so I don't know if you could achieve the same effect if you just used your own faux rocks to build one. I don't think so. I think they have like specific animations that are coded for this enrichment item, but nonetheless it's very cool, I think. And it's nice to just watch them kind of roam around on here. They have a really good foothold on the climbs. Wow, that's a sentence that didn't make any sense. They have a really good ability to climb, and they find footholds very easily in the game, which is really good. It's kind of like the doll sheep, where they can kind of traverse slightly steeper terrain than some of the other animals, so by the end they have no trouble getting around this habitat, even though it looks quite steep. Here I'm just putting in a little statue kind of area with the new Ibex statue, which looks very pretty, I think. And you know, the habitat itself is not going to be too fancy or anything like that. We're going to use a lot of these breeze block kind of walls to kind of create like an almost terraced effect on the background here, so that the Ibex can't just scale up the wall and escape, because in real life Ibex are even better climbers than they are in the game. You might have seen photos of Ibex just flat out scaling walls of dams, like just completely being, you know, on the wall, almost like, which is an almost completely vertical wall with just the slightest incline, and they find it so easy to climb that. But I don't know if I'd say it's easy for them to climb that, but they really don't find it too difficult. And they do that because they go up there to lick the minerals that form, like the deposits that form on the wall, so they just go up there just to get like salt, basically, which is just quite crazy. But very impressive. These animals are incredibly just astute climbers, and they're so good at it. Those horns, of course, another really impressive feature of these animals, and they grow very fast, about 3 inches a year, which is really fast. And they use those, the males especially, well, the females have much shorter horns, but the males, they use that to fight for dominance. They kind of just like bonk each other with it, and you know, the winner tends to be the more dominant male and gets the access to females. So yeah, just really cool features there. They are thankfully least concern in the IUCN, so their population is doing well. But that actually wasn't always the case. So before the 1900s, these guys were hunted almost to extinction, so they kind of have a similar story to the bison in North America, where they were hunted really badly and nearly went extinct. In fact, the Alpine Ibex is thought to have reduced to a population of only just like 100 individuals. But thankfully, in the early 1900s, some of the royalty around Europe in the Alps, you know, that sort of area, decided to make it illegal to hunt them. and they gave them some protections, and as the 1900s progressed, they got more and more protected, and their population rose quite steadily, and now they're in a very, very healthy space. I think we have a few thousand of them. I'm not 100% sure. Oh, it's just over 30,000, so they're not at risk anymore, which is really good to hear, of course, because you never want any of these animals to be endangered, and these ones in particular are just so majestic and beautiful, and it is a shame to know that they were hunted so badly, but it is a really good story, and like very hopeful for the species that they have done so well to recover. Fingers crossed they stay that way, fingers crossed their numbers stay high and they stay healthy in their ecosystem. But yeah, that's it for just learning about the Ibex. I do hope you've enjoyed that. Always love learning about new animals as well. And well, this one's not particularly new to me, but I like learning new facts about them. And yeah, I hope you're all doing well. This habitat is, again, like I said, pretty simple, the usual standard foliage and stuff, and now we're just doing a simple shelter. But yeah, like I said before, I've just started a new job, so videos are going to be a bit less frequent. But I hope you're all staying well. I hope you're all enjoying the videos that do come out. Do let me know what you want to see once October Lake is finished, because I do think we're going to wrap up at about episode 50. ASRock Point is going to be continuing, but I think I'm going to rework that first episode and re-release it, essentially. So I might delete that first one, redo it, because I have some new ideas that might work better. Or I might leave it up, just let me know whether you'd like to still have that first episode up, because I'm thinking I might just redo the whole thing and get, kind of do a fresh start on ASRock Point, because I've got some better ideas, I think. And I'm quite looking forward to that. There'll be another Jurassic World video out later this week. And there's also going to be a very different kind of Planet Zoo video out sometime next week, I think, which I hope you'll enjoy. Had a lot of fun recording that one. I can't really say what it is yet, but I really do think you'll enjoy it. It was quite a fun recording experience and very, very different from anything I've done so far. So yeah, look forward to that. But anyways, that's it for today's episode. I hope you've enjoyed it. Again, very, very simple episode. Not long at all, but featuring a very cool animal, which you'll see in the cinematics. Do leave a like, of course, if you enjoyed the video. Do subscribe for more Planet Zoo content. And as always, I'll see you all in the next video. Bye!